everybody again. Um, I had a mistake. I didn't push the button to record it, so I'm creating a video again. So this video is about the other reasons why I became limp that I forgot to tell in my previous video because I accidentally pushed the button. There was a mistake, and I just want to tell the other reason in this video why I became limp. So it all started back then when my mother and father were fighting in front of our youngest sister, and I was I can't tell their names. They're gonna be angry. I don't know why. But yeah, it's okay. And I I jump I jumped. I shouted that I will become the most strongest man. I said I will be magiging akong pinaka malakas in Tagalog. I shouted that to my father, and after a few days I was always thinking of ways. I was obsessive, thinking of ways on how I can be the strongest man on earth. I sometimes we feel that we are the most. We even think sometimes that we are God, and yeah, I shouted that. I didn't know where it came from. I just shouted because of anger, because I kinda don't have a life. I want to be better, and I shouted that. Said I will be the strongest man on earth in English. Magiging pinaka malakas. But that all changed when this happened. I jumped on the third floor balcony because I wanted to do parkour. When I was eyeing drugs, I was thinking I'm gonna jump on the 12th floor and I will still be okay. That is how arrogant I was that time, and I didn't know. It's just a mistake. But if that happened without the fear I had and the doubts that I will survive that fall, that jump, I could have died and ended up somewhere, maybe hell, because in our religion, if you commit suicide, you'll go to hell. But I don't know, I didn't mean it, so I still don't want to commit suicide. I'm gonna create a video talking about that, committing suicide, and you will know the truth in the Islam that if you commit suicide, you will go to hell directly. Because I think that has a reason why. Because if God permitted us to commit suicide anytime and you still go to heaven, then all of us will commit suicide anytime of the day, anytime of the night, without thinking, because we're gonna go to heaven if He permits it. But that's not the truth, so I believe that you will go to hell, really, if you commit suicide. Because you will not call this life that is created by God. And now we have a reason to believe in God, because you can see this signs everywhere right now. What I'm talking about? There are faces everywhere, and I'm gonna also talk about that in another video. Yeah, so, and even the ghosts, I hear ghosts, but I'm not saying that I know everything, and Islam is what is the real religion right now for me. I still have doubts, even if I'm a Muslim. I'm thinking sometimes too, maybe it's Christianity that is the true religion. I'm an open-minded person, and that's how also the reason why I became like, I shouted to my father, I will be the strongest man on earth. magiging akong pinakamalakas in Tagalog. That was a very echoing, very, very powerful voice when I said that, very loud. And yeah, I became depressed. I was always thinking of ways on how to become that, and until I had panic attack and I was paralyzed in bed for 13 months, as I can remember. Now, I made songs because that's 13 months. I want to be a rock star, just to add to the flow. And yeah, I'm sorry if I always say that those things, because this is just my first videos and I'm still trying to be better and better. But I will try right now not to say too much of that. It's a great way to speaking to people, not saying practice that. Don't say all the time, because they will lose their interest on what you're saying, and they will think that you don't know what you're saying or something like that. So you have not thought of it too much. So it's a great way. Start practicing not to say uh every time while you're speaking, especially to a lot of people, and even on people, even one on one. It will add to your lifestyle. So that's the other reason I haven't. I'm sorry. I haven't thought of the other reasons. That's just the one I know I'm going to say today. Last night I was thinking. That's it. I'm doing a lot of stuff. So sorry if I don't know what other reasons why I become limp. Maybe I'll create another video. But let me think. Uh. Yeah, but that's just the other reasons: drugs, the ghosts telling what's exactly on my mind, and I don't want to tell them the things on that certain moment to be heard by other people. And yeah, that's the main reason. The first reason that happened years ago is why that I shouted to my dad that I will become the strongest man on earth. Magiging akong pinakamalakas. We right when I was on the hospital, I prayed to God that I don't want to be him anymore. I don't want to be God. I don't want to be the strongest thing on this world, strongest man. Because I said I will be uh pinakamalakas. I will be the strongest, but God is the strongest. I think that has helped me. This thing has helped me think that I must think first before I act. I made a rash decision. I read stuffs about bad boys. They do not think before they act. Things like that. I think that's kinda useless in life. That's kinda abnormal too if you don't think first before you do. That's why you also need to be patient and think thoroughly the things you will do before you do them. That's why we go to school first before we go to a job. But I'm going to create a school. Like, I'm already telling my plans that the book said you must not tell the plans, but it's alright. Sometimes you gotta bend the rules, and I already said it, and some other people also say it as I watch on YouTube. I'm gonna create a school that is the non-traditional school. Maybe it's the first. I'm still trying to do my research if it's the first or not. Maybe there are already other non-traditional schools. But I know there are non-traditional schools, but they are focusing on a short length on one special subject. But mine is like has grade 1, has grade 2, has nursery, has kindergarten, up to high school and college, but it is non-traditional. I'm still thinking if I'm gonna make videos for my plans. Maybe it is not allowed to be said based on the book as it's stated there, because others can steal it. And if you hear the ghosts speaking my plans all around the world, if ever, then you can maybe steal it, but I don't care. At least it was done because I had a vision, and it's not really the money that I want. I want to have lots of money because I want to create more businesses, more jobs for the people. That is what I focus on, the vision, not the money, really. So, um, maybe I'm gonna write before I create a video, write what I'm gonna say, so I don't do um uh always. You can learn from me. I'm a new one on this YouTube video making thing, and it feels great. Sometimes I always, when you're doing something new, it is going to be hard and there will be lots of mistakes, but don't give up. You will feel like giving up, but don't give up. That's why writing goals, writing plans will motivate you, will give you direction. If you didn't write it and you feel like giving up because it's hard on the first time, you will eventually, sometimes you will give up, and maybe most of the time, because you don't feel like it's important. Yeah, you are important. You are important. Every one of us is important. Important for God. Important for His purpose for us. You are created here in this world with a purpose. And you create that. Remember that. So that's the other reason why I became limp. I think no one else in the world has shouted that or decided that. No, they had decided that, some of us, but they did not shout that so loud that it echoed through his or others' heads. So, whatever, but we aim to be the best in everything. But no one will be like me anymore. That, but I really prayed to God that I don't want to be him anymore, because he's the strongest, he's the most powerful. But I don't put myself to be second best. I always try to be the best until now. Yeah, I'm like a machine. That I have screws, I have broken things on me, but I still keep on moving. That's the thing that's gonna make me succeed. Resilience, determination, focus, teamwork, perseverance, all those good qualities you can instill in you. Self-discipline, don't forget that. Self-discipline. It may sound like martial arts or whatever hard stuff you can't do, but it is self-discipline. You create that inside yourself. On how your intuition or your heart will follow it, then do it. Follow that. Follow your heart or intuition, as Steve Jobs said. It knows what you want in life. It'll make things easier. That includes your self-discipline. Just follow your heart on what self-discipline is for you, and based on what you understand it. It's easy. Um, they don't teach you much self-discipline. They teach you self-discipline in school, but they don't include it too much on topics. You'll just be grade 1 and grade 2 and you just heard that, and there's no lengthy topics about it too much, and you don't know which level you will be hearing it or will be studying it. That's why there are non-traditional schools around the world that focuses on those things, but you still need money, and money is a privilege, is a right, not just privilege for the lucky ones. Remember that. So that's the other reason why I became limp. If you like the video, put a thumbs up, and hit the thumbs up and share if you think this can help other people. Yeah, I'm Limp. If you have a disabled friend or family member, let him or her know that he or she is not alone, and subscribe and um, subscribe and comment down below. Thanks for watching.